Hi, everybody. Welcome. Treehouse Fiber
Welcome.
Arts here. Rachel.
Soon at 24 Legacy Fiber Arts, Legacy Linens, Legacy Everything, LFA Linens, not Legacy Linens.
And she sells Ada as well.
Ada as well.
So I never know to call her LFA Linens in
Should
parentheses.
be
Ada.
should be LFF, Legacy Fiber Fabric. I like LFF.
LFF.
Yeah.
I don't know. But when we come together, we're Floss Toss.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. So welcome to episode 59. Last time we were live. Thanks for everyone who watched our live. And since then, I've been to Nashville and have accrued a bunch of fun things, had a great time, and I look forward to sharing everything Nashville with you this episode.
I'm looking forward to it because you really haven't shown me everything you got. Like I have ideas of what you got because we've talked a little, but it's going to be really deadly for me to see what you really got.
Some of you have already seen some of the things because I've slowly trickled some things in. I sent out a newsletter last week, had a big weekend of selling some items, but now some of the flosses are coming in more. This weekend will be a nice update as well. I'll show you what's coming.
So do you typically, I should know this because I get them. Do you send a newsletter mostly every weekend?
Mostly.
Okay.
It really depends.
I will put a plug in here for your newsletter because it is fantastic. I think we talked about it another time. Like I get them, but I'm terrible at email. Like a lot of times I don't open my email. And one Saturday morning, I was like, I have to look at this. And it's so good. So I would encourage everyone to sign up for that email.
Well, I try and make it informative and to the point.
It
Because
is.
Saturday mornings, you get a lot of emails.
Oh, see, I don't even know that. Yeah.
Well, at least I do when I wake up and I'm delete. So I try and make it to the point.
Just so you know, I have 4,164 emails. I tried the deleting. I can't keep up.
Brian does that too. Let's see if he's listening because he's in the other room.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Brian.
I heard that.
I had that empty.
I had 14,000. I'm down to 1,600.
I know. I totally get it. I can't keep up and I try to eliminate them, like unsubscribe. I'm really careful to what I do subscribe to. And but yours is worth it. It's really worth it. The morning I got it, you put in your scone recipe. It has a real community feel to it. I really, really loved it. I'm not just saying that.
Well, I really do feel like it's my shop and I'm opening the doors for you all and you're coming in the morning and it's like, here's what's new. Here's what linens we have available in the shop today. And I want to actually tell you what's available so that you're not coming into the shop and clunking around and you have to kind of look and see, wait, I know she has this colorway, but is it in my particular count, because my site is a little bit clunky in that way. And I realize that, but I'm not ready to jump to the next level yet. So I try and do that. And I also try and tell you what's new. So you're not having to scroll and look, even though my shop isn't that huge to look through.
Well, it's big enough though. It's big enough. And I love the newsletter. I was really like, I think I texted you right away, like, oh my God, I've never read one of your newsletters. Because I'm the worst friend in the world.
Well, thank you. Anyways, we're happy that you're here. We're excited to be here today. And let's jump right in, I think, huh? Do you want to just talk stitching right away? You want to share? You said you had a finished object.
I have a finished object. I'm at this really funky point with my stitching and actually with all my projects, I wouldn't just say stitching. And I don't know, it's because I've been wrapping up a lot of things and then even business wise, completing projects so that I'm kind of like just hanging out there right now. And I can't seem to there is one thing I'm focused on, but with the weekend ahead, I really want to get engrossed in something just a frivolous, fun, like thing to work on, not because I have to. So I'm kind of at this funky point. So I'm curious where I'll land. But yes, I have a finished object, not fully finished. But it's beautiful.
I can't wait
People
to
are
see.
gonna get so tired of these stockings, but I have a list of stockings to make this year.
Oh, we don't get tired. Oh my gosh, you finished Ben's.
Ben's is done,
Oh my gosh, how cute are
Yes.
those reindeer at the bottom and that
aren't
Santa?
they? So they still need their jingle bell. So I have to order today. I'm hoping I'm gonna order all of the charms that I need for my stockings. This one is one of the, I believe, one of the very first ones, because I made this one a very long time ago. And Ben picked it out. I let them both pick it out, pick theirs out. This one was really fast because you'll see, like Kristen picked out a newer one and they're very different. So it's done, minus charms. This is cork linen. People have been asking. I believe, oh, I wish I knew what the count is. I don't know if it comes in a variety of counts or not. I'm not sure if cork linen is cork linen, or it used to be what I used.
I think cork linen means a certain count. It doesn't mean it's made out of cork or anything like that.
No.
Isn't it 20 count?
What do you think it is?
I don't quote me. I'll try and look before I put this out there and write it down. I think it means it's 20 count, isn't it?
It could be, because this was 18. Yes, that would make sense. The original that I used to use on all my other stockings was 18 count, but you worked over 2, so it was 9. I do believe this is 20 working over 2, so it's a 10 count.
Okay.
Now, all my local shop was the one that guided me towards this linen after this. And honestly, it's way nicer. It's not as coarse. It's even my finisher. It's so funny calling her my finisher. She's one of my best friends. She said, oh my gosh, she didn't even see it in person. She just saw it in a picture and she was like, oh my gosh, that looks so much softer.
Yes,
It
does.
is, which means it's going to press up nicer. It's going to, so much about it. It's a better choice.
It looks like a Lugana from my end.
Well, and the other thing is, yes, I'm still using the number 5 pearl cotton. Yes, 5 pearl cotton. It's a little denser. So it's a little tighter in the stitching as far as, but you acclimate to it right away.
So it's not bad.
If you never did them the other way, you won't know the difference.
Now, you said a little bit ago that was an older design and that the newer designs you thought were a little different. How are they different?
They're more complicated. They're much more complex. Like, see that bottom?
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on there. That will take me longer. And it's a lot more like small, lots of color change. This one was designed around Weeks Dye Works, but she also gives the DMC version, and I went to the DMC version except for like the dress.
Yeah.
Because that's a big area. It's so much more expensive. These stockings are so expensive to make. By the time you have them finished, it is an investment. It's an investment I'm happy to make, but that's an area where you can say, oh, that's going to help a lot financially to go with the DMC.
Yes.
So this one is done. And then I went right to Kristen's. It's also so different for me making these for them. Like, it just every stitch warms my heart. Like, because they love them. Even Ben was like, wow, you already finished that. Like, but, so I went right to Kristen's because they are fun to start, I will say. Like, and I have all the fabric now because I'm fortunate enough that, I work with a wholesale fabric account for our fabric. So I was able to get some yardage on this too. It's fabulous.
Yeah. How fun.
And it's fast. Like, this is 2 nights. Like,
wow.
And I had to cut all this out because I was off by 1 row. I forgot to put the red line there. And I was going to let it go, but I thought, oh, it's one of those annoying things that's going to throw everything off. It still would be fine, but my brain was going to have to work way too hard. And these are mindless. Like now I just have to fill this in. I just have to fill in the stripes. This, you just count how many.
Yeah, it was worth
Whatever you-
ripping that out.
Yeah. So it's funny though, these colors are more vibrant. It's a whole different look because those came out probably, I don't have the book anymore with me, a long time ago,
Mhm.
probably 15 years ago at the least. So,
Yes.
no, your color palette, it just changes.
Right. Different designer, right? Or same
No,
lady?
same designer.
Same lady.
Yep. But she,
Different tastes. Yeah, you grow.
but even as a designer, it's important to change with the trends.
Yes.
So
Yes, you want to
it's a-
change.
yeah, it's a whole different look. So I really want to finish this. I could, if I work on this weekend, I could get probably 80% done. Probably. And then I'm torn between, do I start mine and Dave's? I think I'm going to do this same one for me because there's a man that kind of goes with this one. So, or I have two little girls that are waiting, not my two little girls, but they're waiting very patiently and I really want to make them for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited.
wow. Yes.
They're
Very
super fun.
well, good.
I'm gonna
Good.
get warm in here.
Yeah, I gotta get that white vest off now.
It's time. Cream vest is gone.
Cream vest, I mean, not white vest.
No, it's
Cream.
cream. It's cream. I'm
Yes.
known for my cream vest.
Yes, you are.
So
Yes, you are. So those were your big stitchings.
those are my big, and then I will show Mary Morgan again because I don't know where I left off on this. I think I might have still done some since our live. I feel like, Sharon, we were talking this morning about it because she's doing it too. I love this so much.
Mhm.
But I put in 2 to 3 weeks and I need a breather.
Mhm.
Like I wish I wanted to go back to this right now. And I tried the other day and it's not that I don't like it. I just feel a little burnt out with it.
Yeah. Just feel like doing something else.
I love it.
It's beautiful. I want it on my wall. It would look so good against this wall, this color behind me.
You should try picking it up and just giving it at least like some night when you want to watch a movie, give it that amount of time. Because for me, it really takes for all of my stitching at least an hour and a half to go, oh, okay, I love this.
Yeah.
Just to get into the rhythm. And
I got so into the rhythm of that border. I really enjoyed the rhythm of the border. And then I started the alphabet and then I fizzled.
the alphabet is tedious. I try to do a
Mhm.
few letters, move along.
Yeah. Carrie just whipped right through it.
She's just a machine.
She is.
I have 2 more things I'll show because we were talking yesterday and I pulled this out, which, oh my gosh, an old Joanna bag.
I love that bag. That's one of my favorite ones.
Me too.
It is an
And
oldie.
I was
Joanna.
saying, what's that?
Hi, Joanna.
I miss Joanna. I haven't talked to her in so long.
Me neither.
I was kind of inspired by all the Plum Street from Nashville.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I know I started it, but maybe I'll just do individuals because I don't know that I'll finish the big one. And then we were chatting and I pulled out the big one and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So I think, again, I have 2 in contention for I may work on if I want something different.
Oh,
this-
good. You're going to show us the big one.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's beautiful. So my intention is this is one of those when I first got back into stitching, I think it's like a 32 count, which means for me, 2 strands. And I'm going to do 2 more. So it's long and narrow. I think I've settled on that.
I love that idea.
I love it. I just love it. So it's Picture This Plus, my all-time favorite until I started dyeing my own. Oh, look, it'll tell me what it is. No, I ripped it off. Never mind.
The pillows in person were they were on 40 count. They were tiny and they were all in this huge flat dough bowl. I think I took a video of it and put it in my stories. I do have all of my stories are highlights on my Instagram. So if you want to see all the rooms that I went into on that Friday night, they were just spectacular. Yes, you do. It's pretty quick, but I mean, I took all the models because it was just so cool to see them all. Of course, when you see everything in person, everybody says this, I know.
Everybody
but
says
it is
that.
true. It's like, oh my goodness. It's when you see fabrics of any sort in person. Like I remember seeing in person, I think we were in Washington, D.C., seeing the presidential dresses of the first ladies. And they were all the couture dresses. And when you see couture dresses in person, I was talking to a friend yesterday at coffee too. When you see couture in person and the structure of it, you appreciate it's like construction, it's like sculpture, but when you see it on TV and the models are walking down the catwalk and you're just like, oh my gosh, this looks ridiculous.
Yes.
Person, you're like, they are genius. That they can make fabric do that.
That is so interesting. I think I would have thought it if I saw them, but
yes,
never having that experience, I don't think I would. I've just never been into that kind of thing, but it really is.
But to see it in person, and when I went to a town nearby us had the Downton Abbey exhibit where they had the dresses that were on the show, and a family member wanted to go, and I'm sure I'll go. I was, take it or leave it kind of about it. I didn't really, whatever. It was amazing because there were artisans that actually worked on those dresses, the embroidery and the handiwork on what the cast wore was incredible.
Isn't that amazing?
To see that in person.
That was one of my favorite parts of the show. Which is so not me, but I was so fascinated by at parties, how like they all wore the same color. And there was so much about it that I'd have to watch it like 2 or 3 times to take in, like the story was like, whatever, but to take in the beauty of it. I remember thinking, I just want to watch that whole party again, or the dinner table again, or
yes, that's how I'm feeling. Brian and I are watching All Creatures Great and Small together. All those knitted vests that all these just farmers are wearing out while they're plowing the field or working with their pigs and sheep. And I'm like, oh God, that vest is gorgeous. Fair Isle, and he's like slinging the dung with this gorgeous Fair Isle.
Yeah. That is, is that on BritBox?
It's PBS, so whatever.
Yeah. I gotta look that up because I hear about it all the time.
Oh, it's just lovely. You know what, Sue? There's nothing crazy in it, so you probably won't like it.
No, but sometimes I love that. I just love.
I'm teasing you.
No, but I know what you mean because I'm really bad. Oh my gosh.
I'm teasing.
Okay. So my problem with the last 2 is finding 2 that fit, because they don't all fit. Like the fox won't look good with what I've picked, right? I have all the farm animals. So to add the fox, like I think I'm going to add the goat. I haven't done the goat. I did hen. I have the cow pile. I think I have no, I don't. So I think I'm going to do the goat and the cow, and then I'll be done.
5. What do you have? Sheep?
Chickens? I have pigs, sheep, and chickens.
Perfect. I can't believe you did chickens.
I'm really working on my chicken.
Oh my gosh.
Because Chelsea's getting them.
You're a chicken grandma.
And I need to be brave. My goal is, and talk about this, Chelsea and I talk about it all this time, because I'm not a lover of creatures, like fast, small, running creatures, whether they fly or I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. However, the girls love everything, everything. And I want them to be able to maintain that because we do inadvertently instill fears, not
Yes.
intentionally. So I'm really working on it.
I can't wait to see you in the coop
I won't go in. No, I
or
won't.
outside
Although
with the chickens.
They might be like, Grammy, come hold it. I'll be like,
Grammy, look at the little chick.
look how cute. I'll be like, oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
You can do hard things.
Okay, so the last thing, where did I put it? Hold please. Oh, it fell. The last thing, so then again, I'm in this knot groove. And what always brings me back?
Halloween.
No.
Oh,
One color.
oh yes, that too.
One color, right?
Yes. Mhm.
People were, oh, well, this is good. It's not in here.
Oh.
Okay, well, the one, oh no, this isn't even it. Never mind.
Wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah. No, so the one color I'm going to work on is the Forget Me Not by Modern Folk Embroidery in the deep navy that I'm working on. Where is it? Must be in the other room.
You forgot it.
I know. I thought that was it. I grabbed it. But so I think
You
I
didn't get
may
my
have
joke.
to. What is it? Oh,
You didn't get
I
my
got it.
joke.
I got it. So I think if I'm really struggling this weekend, like settling in, I'm going to start with that one.
It just occurred to me that Ben now is getting married. He's got a wife now that will not let him forget you. Hopefully.
The thing is, he's my funniest one because he is really good about staying connected. Like he really is. I'm
I'm
both my boys
teasing
are.
about, I'm sure
Both my
he,
boys are. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like a running joke. Like when he was younger, like if I texted him and he didn't answer,
Yeah.
then I would just send a line of question marks. So that's what makes
No.
me think this is so perfect for him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I didn't even need an answer. I just wanted to know you're live.
Yes, I know. I just love that it's, it's for him. Ha ha ha. It's
Yeah.
cute.
So I
Well-
feel like stitching wise, the other one last thing is I dyed up Dunes
Yes.
on Ada, and every time I dye Ada, I am wanting to work on it.
Yes, your Ada is so soft.
It is. So I might do one of those little piles like the fox. I love the fox. I might do a few little to do separate pillows because I'm
Oh.
dying to work on this.
Wouldn't the girls love little pillows?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, oh,
I know.
you should, you told me the girls were doing art journals. You should make like a little cover for an art journal. Stitch a cover.
They go through art journals like crazy.
I know.
But I do love the idea of stitch. I have not really stitched them something special and given directly to each of them. Yeah.
Maybe when they're a little older.
I know. They are so interested though. Like yesterday we were FaceTiming and I had to dye up some yarn and I was in the middle of it. So I put them like the computer right by the pan I was dyeing. It was just a really small thing I had to do. And they were like, Grammy, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what color is that? Can I see it all done? And then I finished and Charlie was like, Grammy, you have so many colors. And then I like tilted it to like all my like tubes of color that I
Yes.
have. They were like, I love how interested they are.
I would love for them to, just tell them pick 5 colors or pick 3 colors, see what they pick and then do a yarn.
I would love to. And as they get a little older, it's so toxic. Like I don't even like them in my office.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, they're used to wearing, a mask.
Hmm.
I mean, it would not be harmful to come in and dye a skein, like let them each dye a skein of
Yeah.
yarn. Oh my gosh, they would be in heaven.
Or do the Kool-Aid dyeing in the summer.
That's true. I could do
That would
that.
be so
Right.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many fun things you
So fun.
could totally do. What fun. Oh,
Yeah. So I'm in
yes.
the mood where I just want to do everything right now.
Yeah. Well, always, of course. And you did a bunch of fabric dyeing that you have a shipment coming to me, and I should be getting it sometime next week. So
Yes. I'm thinking Monday you'll get it. It's a shipment of Ada. I also supplied Angela at Happy Little Stitch Shop. You guys are kind of the two that I work with.
Mhm.
Just because that's what I have the capacity for. And I really enjoy working with both of you.
Mhm.
So I sent her shipment and then brought out new lines of yarn. It's been busy.
Yes, that's great. You
It
have some
is.
very pretty new lines of yarn, and I especially love your DK minis,
I don't have any, they're all gone.
which you can't find a lot of DK mini sets out there.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Bundles? DK.
Yeah, we're doing the oh, actually I can show you because I keep one of everything, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with those. We're so excited about this. So these are for like if you can be knitting a blanket. What's the name of that blanket again?
There's so many, but I mean, I like the one that Homespun House, our buddy Molly does. I love
Yes.
that one, and I have that on my list to do. Doesn't she hold like I love how she holds one solid throughout
All the way
with
through.
each of
Yes.
those.
Chelsea has made that one like three times, I think. But it's the what's the one I'm doing? The
Is
quilt
that the
name,
one with the
Jelly Roll.
strips?
Jelly Roll. My
Jelly
gosh.
roll. My
Jelly
mom just
roll.
finished that one.
It's so beautiful. And it's by help me.
I, we'll put it down below.
Put it down below because
Okay.
I mean, I know her.
Yes.
Bears.
Bakery Bears.
Bakery Bears. Oh
There you
my
go.
gosh, Bakery Bears.
Kate
Kay
Jones.
Jones. Oh my gosh, Kay, I'm so sorry. I
We
don't
got
think
it. We
this,
know.
but-
We know.
Kay Jones. Anyway, so we have a whole group of people that are making DK blankets and they're using our mini skeins, DK mini skeins. And oh my gosh, so this is January's. They come out monthly. There's 6 in each one. January, February. No, these are not for sale. I have to keep one set aside for my like I just need to refer to them constantly. So what we are going to do at the end of the year, there will be 12 of these, and we are going to put up a raffle, and we're going to donate all the money to St. Jude's. So you can buy raffle tickets.
And then I get them all. Yeah.
And then you get them all. If
Rachel gets
you
all the 12
win
months.
them, you will get them all.
So thank you for
yeah,
donating, everyone. And
that'd be awful if I picked your name now. I'd be like, it was rigged.
I can't play.
I know. But anyways, oh my gosh, people are so excited about these. And it's so funny because March is being dyed up next week. That's one of my jobs for next week. And I know, like, I can feel how anxious people are. So I just cannot wait. When I put them in the mail, I just am so excited for people.
I know.
Because it's manageable. They use all 6 up in the month. They're waiting for the next ones. And then we ended up doing
such a fun idea.
I don't know where it came from. Just
and you don't have
day.
to, I mean, if you didn't join in January, February, you don't have to, you can join anytime.
You can join anytime and you're going to end up with enough, because I'm not even guaranteeing we're stopping at the end of the year. I think we're going to take a vote and see. And if I still have enough ideas in me to maintain, I might go 1.5 years. We don't know.
Sure.
But, and then we also came out with our tonals with a, what are they called?
Oh, not tonals with a twist. That's what
No.
you want to
Yes, it
call
is
them.
tonals with a
Oh.
twist.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Which I'll show you super quick. Tonals with a twist, and I call them tonals with a side of speckle. And there's 11 of them. I'm going to show you the regular ones. I don't have any DK. I got to dye them up this
I
weekend.
love these, and I need to see them knit up.
I know. They're fantastic. So these are a great add-on to your blanket. They will not be, none of these will be in there ever. Like I bring back old colors sometimes and stick them in there, but these will not appear in your monthly.
So explain how those are different than what you just showed. Like I know how they're different, but
well, they're just one color.
Yes.
One color, but I create a lot of depth with that one color. Yeah, again, this was one day. I'm like, we need tonals with a side of speckle.
Yeah. So you make the tonal and then you speckle them with the darker color.
Yeah, but it's all, I use the same, I pour in differently.
Yeah.
So you get all of it creates so much depth in your knitting. So yeah.
Love that.
That's another.
But you're making them so that they coordinate with the blanket if you want, or on their own. I can see some of those colors would be a gorgeous sweater. Cables would be amazing, and they'd actually
I want to
show up.
do a DK weight cabled in this color because gray is my favorite color.
Some of those I think would be gorgeous with color work, like do two colors.
I wouldn't mind doing the striped sweater with all of these.
Oh, I know.
A lot of people have bought 50 grams of each. They buy the whole set. This is probably my favorite. I actually might do a sweater in this one.
I mean, I can see like a hat and just two colors with that color and a lighter color with maybe like the snowflake, the Norwegian star.
Yep. Yeah, so we're super excited. We're really pulling out some really big lines, and I've really finally, I mean, I've probably been dyeing fabric for a year, maybe a little more than a year, and I finally have found a balance between fabric and yarn because I love both, and each is a relief, right? Like if I'm dyeing a ton of fabric, I can't wait to get back to yarn. It's a whole different process. It's a quicker process for me. It doesn't require 6-hour day. It can be in and out. And then once I've dyed a lot of yarn and I start fabric, I'm like, oh, I really like the rhythm of this. And so it's, again, because I'm keeping it at a level that I'm able to do both, I could easily say no to one or the other and go.
Right. Well, and I think the yarn too, you're being innovative, I think. I don't know. I like.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the pressure of, oh my gosh, I've got to dye more yarn. It relieves a lot of pressure on both ends. And I don't really know why. I just think it's how I work it. But yeah, and it leaves space when I'm dyeing yarn or dyeing fabric. It leaves space for ideas to come in for yarn.
Yes, I think you're right, because you and Chelsea are coming up with some unique ways to, you're coming up with unique yarns, and you're also coming up with ideas we can come together as a community and make projects instead of, I mean, there's so many places we can get these hand-dyed, fingering weight, independent yarns, these indie yarns, but you're giving us more, something different,
It feels that way, and I'm relieved because you can only do so much of one thing for so long, and you've got to get creative. I am going to credit my morning pages for some of it too. I really am, because I think that's when it started, where the fresher ideas were coming in, like, because that is how I feel about these yarns. They're fresh. They're not, okay, let's see what colors we can put together and create another.
Yes. And I'll just say, Sue earlier showed me another thing she just created earlier, and it's completely different too. And Sue, I think that's another fresh thing that maybe we'll see on the next episode.
I know, I'm super excited about it.
I am too. But we'll leave that for the next time. Can we talk Nashville now? Because
Let's talk Nashville.
I know everybody's Nashvilled out, and I'll try and make mine a little bit different than other people's. I don't know. Who knows? It's Rachel's version of Nashville.
It is. It is.
We'll
And, you know, another thing I was thinking, like, I admire how you hold back, right? It's like you wait until you've got all your pieces before you. I am such a, I dye one skein of yarn or enough to get photographs and let's get it in the shop. Like I'm impatient like that.
Well, yes. And I do find myself like, oh, just get it up there before it arrives. And you know what? There's no need, because there's plenty of people out there. And I think there's plenty of people out there who want the product and who are waiting as well. And I'm a little different, my shop, in that I'm a smaller shop, that I'm just getting a few things that are kitted up. And if you're willing to wait and wait to get it all kitted up, like I think of myself when we lived on the West Coast, there was a smaller toy store, and they didn't compete with Toys R Us that had everything. They just purchased a few really nice toys that they enjoyed and that they maybe actually stitched, or they knew came from a quality designer, or that they really liked, or knew somebody that really liked it, or whatever. But they just had a few things that they knew they loved and they sold, and it just made for an easier shopping experience, less to look at.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And it is like, for me, it's so worth the wait. And it's just so, like, for me, I'm so impatient with my shop that I want stuff in, thank God for Chelsea. She just reins me in as much as possible. And, and I really trust her vision like that. And
yeah,
but I really admire that about you. I never feel like you feel rushed to do something, to beat someone. Like this is how it is.
Well, and you know what? There's so many people that come to this craft later and they don't know these are new things. They're going to be new to them in a year, and then they'll find it in my shop. So I love stocking things that were, 5 years ago.
Yes.
Things that are brand new to them.
Well, and that is a good thing too, because I remember as a designer, the shelf life of a pattern was not long enough. It just wasn't long enough because something new came in, you replaced it.
Right.
And as a designer, that's hard to keep up with. It's hard to keep up with. So
yes,
I admire it. Keep going.
Yes. Okay. First off, before we talk about exactly all the Nashville stuff, there's one thing that's coming. Finally, I have been trying to kit this thing up for ages, and it has so many flosses that have taken me. I mean, it's got Weeks, Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks. Finally, everything is in. I know it has been around for a long time, but I kind of feel like it's Easter related, and Easter is here, but I finally have this beast.
I've never even seen this. What is it?
Rejoice Evermore by With Thy Needle and Thread. It's gorgeous.
Oh, I thought it was Blackbird.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I loved this when it came out. It hopefully will be in the shop, kitted up very soon, probably this weekend. So I wanted to make that known that will be in the shop very soon.
And see, your point well taken. I've never seen it. To me, that is brand new.
Isn't it beautiful? I mean, oh,
my grandmother would have loved that. She loved birds.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
That is beautiful.
And
you say kitted up though, Rachel, you don't mean fabric. You mean
sorry.
Floss.
I don't mean fabric. I just mean pattern and floss, all the flosses.
And you have so much fabric that would look good on.
I have so much fabric. Usually now what I'm doing is kitted up is the pattern and the floss. And then if I have any fabric that is in the shop, I'll recommend.
Yes.
And I'll link it to the listing. But I know, we all have fabric in our stashes too. Yep. So Okay, and I also wanted to let you know, since the last episode, I have these adorable pins. Aren't
I
they
love-
pretty?
Yes.
With the sheep in the meadow pins from Just Another Button Company. And then this, it came as a surprise. I forgot this was coming in, the latest Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, fabulous edition. I have 3 that I think, I mean, there's so many good ones, but just to save time, I could show it all to you. But I thought I love the font on the type on this. Friends are the flowers of
designed that?
life. What's that?
Who designed that?
Can you see that on?
I
Is it
can't.
backwards for you?
No, it's perfect, but I can't see it.
It is Rebecca Noland of Lucy Beam.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was
I
pretty.
see a little of a la-di-da.
Yeah, kind of.
I think the lettering reminds me a little of it.
And then Teresa's.
Oh, gorgeous.
So pretty. So pretty.
So pretty.
There she is.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, be
Oh.
quiet, Siri. You understand. And then the highlight. The highlight is going to be a series. This design is the first in a series of 4 vintage seed packet designs. This is a new designer to me. I looked her up on Instagram, and she has 1 follower, and it's a brand new Instagram profile. So I don't know if she's brand new to designing.
She's
but
fabulous.
I Googled her, and she had a LinkedIn and had an impressive LinkedIn page as a fine artist.
So this is new. Oh my, you know what? I'm just so not surprised the fine art piece, because that looks like a painting.
Oh, I love it. So it's a first in 4.
Love
And it's a seed packet. This is obviously radish. Look at how she's put it on those. What is it, a finial? Is that what you would call that?
it. I don't know. It just reminds me of a spindle.
A spindle with like a top of one's a doorknob. It almost looks like the second
Gorgeous.
one, and then but it looks like a seed packet identifier. You know how you use the seed
Yes.
packet? My grandma used to do that
Yep.
in the pot, but
Oh, the red of the radishes is just fantastic.
it's all DMC.
Gorgeous.
Her name is Tracy Ladd of Cottage River Studio. And hopefully she'll respond back to me. Right away I messaged her and said, hey, I carry you in my shop and we love it.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
So yeah, I wanted to highlight that. So it'll be in the next 4 issues of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I think that might draw me to get my punch needle back out, I think, this summer. That's super cute. I can see it in a 4 series,
So
individually
cute.
framed.
I kind of see it in individual frames, just like in a row on a wall, like a small wall somewhere.
With like a dark
Or bing, bing, bing.
barnwood.
Mhm.
I mean, I love how she did it too in those that's adorable.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable. So that's the non-Nashville stuff. Nashville. Brian and I drove down together. I didn't want to say that we did that before, because I didn't want strangers knowing that Brian and I were not in the house. And
Yeah, it's true. I know. It sounded so fun.
yes, so we drove down a couple of days earlier because there's a bonsai place there that he wanted to go visit. So if you follow my Instagram, you saw us at a bonsai place, and
Because he's a bonsai guy.
he's a bonsai guy.
I
yeah.
remember your podcast where you went outside and showed them. That was 100 years ago.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
gotten better since then, but
Oh, I wouldn't
yeah.
know good, bad, or indifferent.
yeah, so we checked that out, and we stopped at a cool paper art store that had all the inks you could ever want and the amazing different types of papers and pens. And it was so cool. And just lots of Franklin, Tennessee. If you've ever been down to Nashville, Franklin is a southern, south of Nashville community that the Nashville Needlework Market takes place in. And they have a cute little downtown with this amazing antique store. I have pictures on my Instagram profile from in there, and
I feel
I
like
ended up
I
getting
missed all this.
oh yeah, go to my highlights. You'll see it
I'll
all
go to
in
your
my
highlight.
stories. But oh, I got I ended up getting an antique wooden sock blocker there. It's really cute.
Very fun.
Yes, yes, and a huge downpour, rainstorm happened while I was in there, but oh, it was just a cute little experience in there. But so I ended up attending the Nashville Market just Friday night because we had to drive home Saturday to pick up our son from college on Saturday night and bring him home because it was spring break, I think.
He's
it was
almost done with his freshman year. I cannot believe that. Like he just left.
I know, it's amazing how fast that goes.
College years go by so fast.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like the grades 1 through 8 just slogs on forever, and then high school and college
Yeah.
seems to be going by really fast too. But
Yeah.
yes, and I felt like for my first time, and I'm a smaller shop, I just felt like, you know what, let's go Friday night and I was going there by myself, and I said, Brian, you can come with me. No, I won't know anybody. That sounds weird. There's not going to be any men there, kind of thing,
There probably were.
Oh yeah, and I took a picture of them. They're the house husband. They were like.
I think I saw that.
Did you see my picture?
I think so.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly.
the hidden heroes of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yes, they
Yeah.
carry the bags and watch the bags. Yes, they were very nice and fun guys there. But yes, so when I got there, it was like immediately in the parking lot, I'm recognizing people like, oh my gosh, that's so and so, so that was kind of fun to see people that I've only seen online.
Mhm.
Finally. But the first person that I heard say Rachel was Liz Matthews. So got a hug from Liz. That was
The
fun.
best one. Yeah.
But it hadn't opened yet. So I said, I'm coming back. I'll come back to your shop. Waited in line. I got to the line for Plum Street samplers. Wanted to get in her line because she was the only place that didn't take pre-orders, and I wanted to make sure that I got in line for her float because I had pre-ordered
Yes.
Sting because I really wanted to get float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
I have to make those for Chelsea, especially the bee one.
So cool. So in my shop, I have, and it's been selling fast. I don't have many left. I got a lot of them because her husband made these amazing, they're calling them thread beds from actually wood on their land in Oregon. He's got all the tools. He's like sanding, he's planing, sanding, all the woodworking terms, making these holes. This is a really strong magnet in the corner. He designed this all with her help. It was his idea to put the sun up here, she said. It's very smooth.
Gorgeous.
Smells so good.
So tell me this, because I keep seeing things like this and they're so beautiful. How do you identify your colors on something like that? Because you don't want to write on it.
Oh, I mean, on the back, you could put like a little sticker.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. A lot of times you could just put a sticker with the symbol on the top.
True.
Or if it's all DMC, you could just put the DMC number in pencil and erase it. Pencil works really well on wood. I usually just use like my pencil and just write on here and erase it.
Well, and I was thinking, depending on pieces, like the more you like for these stockings, a lot of times I know the color without even looking at the number.
That's the two.
And I'm thinking like that's maybe how I would use something like that on projects where the colors are just easy and I know them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's beautiful though.
Yeah. This was one of the highlights of the show was this kit. It was gorgeous in person. You can see the highlight stories. I've got it in person there, but beautiful. Really cool offering that they had. And this is a market exclusive. When it's gone, it's gone.
Which makes sense.
Yep, it sure does. And then that's in the shop. And this is also another item that I thought this is just a treasure as well. I know not everybody's into this kind of thing, but it is a beautiful compilation. Sunday Stitches, these are all hymns done by Heartstring Samplery. The hymns, not all of them are the hymn names. Some of them are within the verses, some key phrase from the hymn. But
Right.
I had no idea going in that these are all done with the same flosses. So I think there's 13 flosses.
Are they small, Rachel, or are they?
They're
It's
pretty
hard,
small. Yeah, they're
yeah, it's
all.
hard to get a feel for size.
Yeah, they all are pretty. They're not huge. No.
Really nice.
And again, he made this to go with it. And it's just got all the different names of the hymns on here.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful. So again, another market exclusive with all these hymns. I did not kit this up. I did not know at the time that it didn't say anywhere on my materials, or I didn't see it, that it was like 13 or 18 DMC colors that all were the same throughout.
Oh,
I
nice.
looked at it and didn't think that was the case.
Yeah.
So I may, in the next couple of weeks, get the floss kits for this, but right now they're in the shop without the floss kits. So if you're interested in it without the floss kits, it's here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So nice.
Now that's there. I pulled this one again because it's selling well, but it's still in here. And I mean, it's just got wonderful selection of colors. Garden
That one for
Sampler, Carrie
shelves.
House, she was there along with Liz.
I think
Yeah.
she's one of my favorite designers. Kathy.
Yes, Kathy Barrick.
I just think I think we talked about this last time. She's timeless.
Well, this is her sister, Kathy's sister,
Oh,
Carriage House.
okay. So what is her sister's name?
I knew you were going to ask me.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to answer me.
Oh, I don't know.
I just think they're so unique. The three
They
of
are.
them, they're like this
know.
great grouping. Oh, I know.
The silks just came in for this as well, so they should be in the shop when you are watching this. So I have days 1 through 8 in the shop with all the silks. This is the new one, day 8. She doesn't have 8 day 8. What is that? Maids of milking showing, but I think she has 8 cows.
Cows, probably, yeah.
Or 8 trees. I don't know. There's something 8 in there.
I think Liz is so unique.
Yeah. And she gives different skin tones as well.
I know.
So,
I saw
love
that.
Yep.
Super
So
great.
super cute.
Love it.
Yep. And I loved these Quaker Wisdom Berries by Erica Michaels. So that's what I picked up from her in her shop. It's give much, I forget what the wisdom is, and I don't have them written down. Live simply. Oh gosh, you think I would remember the wisdom? They're very good. Trust me.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Love.
I need to read them more.
Give more, expect less.
Thank you.
I'm just
And
guessing.
live simply.
Live simply. Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love them.
Yeah.
I need like
It would be pretty on just like a back of the couch table in a bowl.
I have one of those
Yeah, or
with nothing on it.
well, you need a bowl with these berries.
No.
Okay. This I also got in the shop. I love this red schoolhouse.
Oh, school.
I thought, I mean, she made it into a pillow. This is Pansy Patch Cottage. This isn't new. It's been out for a while. It's a little red schoolhouse pin keep, but I just see it. It's only 6 by 6 on 36 count. Don't you see it on a horn? The paddle. What do you call that?
Think a horn. Like when you said horn, that's where I went.
Brain work. You know what I'm talking about, everybody.
know.
What they use to write their letters and stuff on.
Oh, like a slate.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
the cutting board kind of thing.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
So I have that, and of course I had to pair it with Schoolhouse Red.
It's only one color.
It's only one color, Sue.
Oh, could you just throw that to me right here? And that would be my weekend.
You're getting very.
That would be perfect for my weekend. Darn it.
Oh, it
Oh.
would. I better drive it out to you.
Yeah, just hop on a plane and bring it to me.
Okay. And then I went into Lady Dot's room. How fun.
Oh.
You're just walking around. Ooh, let's go say hi to Lady Dot.
I love it.
I know. It really is just like that. Oh, there's the housewives. I'm just gonna walk in and
Pop
say
in.
hi. Nobody was in there. There's Priscilla and Chelsea just standing there by their stuff alone. And I'm like, I'm gonna walk in and say hi.
That's harder to do. I find that kind of stuff incredibly intimidating.
It was a little bit, but I'm just, hi, I'm Rachel, Treehouse Fiber Arts. I live on the other side of the lake as you. They were just like,
Yes.
oh. That was funny.
Those Michiganians.
Michiganders. Yes.
Michiganders. Oh, I like that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's just goofy all around. Everybody feels so dorky. But I guess by Sunday, everybody's so loopy. I think Sunday's the day to go fresh. Like as a fresh person, to go on a Sunday would be really fun to mess with everybody.
Oh gosh, I even like my last experience there was a major snowstorm for Nashville. That means this much snow. And being a New Englander, that's like, this is a snowstorm, but their all the windows were covered with ice because they're not, And I just remember trying to get to the airport with 2 giant crates on a dolly, trying to get the elevator in time because there's only one elevator, and being so like, oh, I just have to get home. Doing those shows are so hard. Like those designers, it's such a hard job.
Okay, so I think this is a good time right now to do a little sharing. So I'm going to do a little share screen.
Share.
Okay, so I had a viewer. How am I going to do this? First, we're just going to talk while I think through this. She sent it to me. Okay, so you still can see me, right?
I can see you.
We're just talking like normal. So let's just tell a story while we're talking. And I'm pulling up this fun little email. I had a viewer, Sue, that said, I have 4 things that I actually stitched by the nutmeg needle. Can I email them to you and share them?
Who was it?
It's let me see if I can actually find them now.
That's hysterical. What did the pieces look like?
It was super front.
Was it the 4 seasons?
Seasons pictures.
Oh, I hated these.
Oh, they're
show them.
They're from Jones Schneider. And Jones said, I think these were called seasonal samplings by Nutmeg Needle. Sue. They are
Jones Schneider, that
favorite. Stop talking.
Sorry.
They are among my favorite cross stitch pictures, and I change them with each season. Isn't that nice?
It's so nice. Thank you, Joan.
I know. So let's see if I can pull them up. Where did they go? Oh, I had them a second ago.
That was so. As you're trying to do this, recently I watched. She was new to me. She has an Etsy shop. Oh, darn it. Anyways, she stitched in the days of my designing days and my starting stitching. So the look had to be the 90s, right? Oh my gosh, these are so hysterical.
Okay,
the look was hysterical, right? And she stitched everything that I had stitched. It was so wild.
Wrong one. Here we go. Can you see that?
There it is, spring.
There's spring.
So I used
these are among my favorite. Oh, look at the buttons you have.
The buttons. Now, those were Mill Hill buttons, I believe. Nice framing job. Good work. I've used that frame.
That's a pretty frame.
It's so funny because that was the look. Oh, summer with the bees.
These are cute, Sue. Look at your
Yeah, they
fancy
were like a little
stitches.
series.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like specialty stitches in there.
Look at that road stitch.
Yeah, that was the time when everything was a specialty stitch, everything.
Ooh, I
So
like the
thank you, Joan. You're so sweet.
ivy. Look at that.
Winter.
Oh, look at that charm is the snowflake.
Yeah, I think they were all Mill Hill charms and buttons. But yeah, you see all the pulled work in there and the drawn thread. Oh, thanks, Joan. It's so funny because for me, all of my designs are so dated because of all the designs today are going to be so dated in another 20 years.
Look at those bees. That's so cute.
They're little ceramic bees. I had
Did
bags
Nova
and
make
bags
those
of
for
them.
you?
No, they existed.
I
know,
bet
those
you
buttons.
saw those and you were like, I got to make something special for those.
That's what I did.
Tulips and daffodils. That's pretty.
Yeah. And everything at that time, like watching the so sorry, it's Brigitte. She's from Germany, but now she lives in Connecticut. She has an Etsy shop. She has a floss tube. I'm so sorry. I don't know who it is. Someone's screaming right now. But it's all the band samplers, the Eileen Bennett, the Just Nan, they were the it people of the time. So to watch that was like, and it was all very similar. You worked in bands of specialty stitches incorporating design.
We'll just keep scrolling and
We can
making
get rid of that
Sue
now.
feel uncomfortable. I love Sue. These
Oh.
are really cute.
And it's so funny though, too, like matting, that's what you did. You had those
Yeah.
double mats on there, and it's that you did it perfectly, Joan.
I think the
Perfectly.
matting makes it really nice. I mean, that color there, if it didn't have the matting, I'd almost want to make like a stitching of green around it.
Well, and they're very small pieces. That's the other thing. They were very small pieces.
Very doable.
Yeah.
I love that frame, Joan. Very nice. Thank you, Joan, for sharing.
Thank you, Joan. That's so kind of you.
All right. So are we stopped with the
We
sharing?
stopped. Now it's
Okay,
normal
good.
again.
Wasn't that a fun share?
Very fun.
All right. I was like, when am I going to have a good time? And you started to talk about the olden days. So
Yes.
perfect.
Perfect.
All right. Back to reality.
Okay.
Back to the future here. Okay, so we're back now and we're just going into Lady Dot Creates room. And I don't know if you've seen, she has created these little packets of neutrals and prim. You know how sometimes you go on their website and you're like, I don't know what I need to finish. And you just throw a bundle together for me. So she's created bundles. So she's got 3 different backings and they're in her really nice velveteens. She's got a cream color, a dark slate, almost black, and a gray color. And they're in the size, I would say, close to like 8x10, almost the size of like a sheet of paper, American size sheet of paper. And then these really beautiful ribbons. They're all a little different. The packages are sort of the same, some are different. I love them. They're very high quality, long pieces of ribbon, just long enough
Really
to,
nice.
do what you need to do for your smalls, like finishing a pillow, anything really that you need to finish for smalls. And then she's got the prim, which is the cream, a true black, and then a camel color. And
Love.
then, I mean, I think this is so brilliant and it's priced really, really well too.
I agree.
So I just got a bunch of these for the shop. So nice to have something kitted up and just boom, I can add to the shop for you guys. So
Well,
that's
yeah, because even for me, like I think about finishing and it's not the actual finishing, it's the supplies. Like
yeah.
what do I need? And that to me would like rein it in a little for me.
Yes. Oh, yes. You've got your stash ready to go when you need it. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. And when you have a supply ready, you can be creative and lay it all out and just start letting the juices flow with your piece and that out and just start picking and choosing. It's so nice. Okay, so I thought I'd just quickly show you some of the other items that are going to be coming in the next month, probably month. They'll be trickling into the shop. So you all know, well, I'm sure you've all seen this. this was such a cute idea.
Such
I
a cute
loved it.
idea.
And she is so nice. Oh, I love Annie Bees. What a wonderful lady.
So fun.
Yeah. So I loved this. And this should be, I got all of the NPI floss in,
Nice.
just got it in today. So I'm hoping to have this in the shop when this goes up as well. These are so cute. What I loved about them, I picked it out because I loved just the uniqueness of having that
Same.
floral vine in there.
Mhm.
And I just loved that scarf, the details on this.
Love.
And of course, my word of the year.
Yes.
That
And
caught my
very
eye.
sweet without being like sappy cute.
Yeah,
I think that's what I like about them. The hop hop is adorable.
I know. I absolutely, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
I would
beautiful.
love that. So
Her font, I
that's
love.
very, very nice. Very well done. So that is going in. And then her other one that is going in, this is a beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful sampler. It's not too big. 163 by 196.
Okay.
It is all DMC with a few gentle arts. It comes with, I'm kidding it with a it comes with a floss holder,
Oh,
floss.
nice.
Yeah, I didn't bring it with me, but it's really pretty. It's a picture of the house, and it's she designed it in honor of her husband that passed away a couple of years ago. And it's all of their animals that they had together. And it's just absolutely beautiful. It's so
Love it.
beautiful. I love the symmetry of it.
I love
And the
it.
colors that she chose. I
Love
love
the
those
tree.
willows. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also includes a sticker for the back.
Nice.
It's just a really well put together
Love
kit.
it.
So that'll be in the shop from her as well. I picked up the cookbook,
Oh,
which has
good?
great tried and true recipes, but what really
love
caught my
cookbooks.
eye was the blackbird design in here. I thought the designs in here are incredible.
So you
The-
get designs too?
There's designs by everybody, the blue flower, Fox and Rabbit's design. I mean, I'm just whipping them up here. They're
Yeah.
so cute. I love Annie B's design.
Yeah.
I mean, there's beautiful designs. And I am going to do something a little different and kit up. I think I'm going to be kitting up the design by, oh, I love Pansy. I love Pansy Patch Quilt's design too. It's just a cute little, I mean, there's just so many great designs. But I'm going to be kitting up the design by Blackbird is what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
with the recipe book. So it might take me a little bit because of course there's one floss that's by Vildani, which I may use. I may substitute the DMC. I'm not sure.
So can you tell us what the recipe is?
The recipe that she gave, I'm trying to find it now. I would have had a little sticker in here, but why? The one that intrigues me the most, I'm going to say, is from Sherry Berger of Colorado Cross Stitcher in Fort Collins. It's called the Frito pea salad.
I have a taco salad that I put Fritos in.
And peas?
No.
That intrigues me. That sounds very Midwestern to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many like tried and true recipes in here.
I love those kind of cookbooks.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Alma's Blackbird design, I don't think she put a recipe in.
Is that allowed?
I don't know. She just put in a design. Let me look on the previous page. I don't see one from her, but her design is that. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna put that one up before I sell because got to be a little
Very
different.
fun.
Okay. So now these are in no particular order. We're just going to kind of go through them quickly because we're running out of time.
I
these
love that one.
etchings. Oh, I got to meet her. What's her name?
Cecilia.
Cecilia Turner. Thank you. Yep, got
I
to
used
meet
to-
her.
I used to always have a booth near hers. I don't remember her, but I
And
remember you were always close by.
I'm just waiting on the Classic Colorworks. It also comes
Beautiful.
with, I have the weeks that it comes with, but I'm waiting on the Classic Colorworks. I have this one in my shop too. I want to do all of these. I love and she's coming out with more etchings. I think these
love
are
it.
so unique.
That is
I
gorgeous.
love
It's
love
such a unique contemporary look for people that really love stitching, but it doesn't always fit their look.
Yeah.
Very few people go that route, and she's doing it beautifully.
You know, and it reminds me of block printing,
Yeah.
which I love for paper arts and on fabric. It just reminds me of
Very
mixing
much
those
so.
two genres of art together, and I love that. Okay, we're going back to a little bit of Liz Matthews. I'm getting
I
that Boris
love that.
sampler together. I'm just waiting
I
on one
love
floss
that.
for that, as well as gifts from my garden. Waiting on one lovely floss for that. We've got a little Teresa Kogut action. This is Sue's fabric in the background. That's Millstone.
Oh, I love Millstone.
I do too. And
I would
love
put
this
everything on
piece.
Millstone.
She did that. She stitched that on 40 count. I'm not doing that on 40 count Millstone. I almost want to do it on 18 count and make it into a really pretty picture.
You know, when I dye up the 20 count Ada, I'm like, this is like, by the time you stitch it, you wouldn't even know it was Ada, depending on how much coverage you would,
It's
had.
so soft and pretty. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one just with the spinning wheel in there and the stitches and the sewing, the flax, this is just
Very fun.
very pretty. Yep. Oh, and this one's got to come out ASAP with Easter.
I love
just-
that one.
I am waiting on my Classic Colorworks. It's got to come like any second.
I love that one.
I do too, because this is a different colorway for her. I
Yeah.
appreciated that. And then back to Plum Street. This is the other Plum Street I picked out.
I love that one. I think that is my favorite from the market, and I don't know what it is, but I love that one.
I did too. I love those tulips, those ghosted tulips down there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
I
the
think
blues and the greens and the whites.
Yep.
There's
The
no pink.
colors.
Yes.
But one of
The
those is
White
like
House.
definitely for me.
Yeah, I know. So it's got weeks. It's got DMC. It's got Classic Colors. It's got everything.
It's
So
beautiful.
I'm working on it. It's all getting in there. So
That on Schooner.
that, ooh. Okay, so
would be
this
gorgeous.
one,
And on Dunes, like I'm looking at Dunes here and looking at that would be gorgeous.
Dunes would be gorgeous.
Schooner would have a little bit more of I almost want to say whimsical, which I'm not sure if that's the word I'm looking for, but a little lighter look to it.
Mm-hmm.
The colors would play beautifully with it. Beautifully.
Gosh, I love that. It is, this was 32 count or 36 count. She did it on, and the stitch count, just so you know, is 145 over 169. It's not that big.
That's not big at all. I can't do the math quick enough, but 7, not big.
I almost want to do it like on a 32.
I'm kind of into small lately. I don't know why. I think because I have so many big pieces going that I love the idea of little like spots for things.
Yeah. Huh, I know.
Beautiful.
I'm so
Beautiful.
glad you agreed. Boy, yay. We'll
Yeah.
have to do that one.
When I think I saw you got that one, I was like, that is one I have to have.
I mean, that rabbit. Oh, look at that.
I
Big ears.
love the colors so much.
Me
And there's so
too.
much going on in there that's just very unique.
Oh, look at, now I'm noticing the tulips on top, that those stripes in there.
Yeah,
And the two, oh, I didn't even notice that oak leaf.
it's
I
gorgeous.
think that's an oak leaf. Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
Then I am really enjoying October House. And I mean, I loved this one when it first came out. I think
I
that
didn't
was
see
Expo.
these.
And this is
Super
their
pretty.
latest in this series. It's become a series. She didn't know it was going to become a series back at Expo. And I think these are so beautiful. I love that design work she's doing in, in those particular, like in the strawberry and now in the hive. So this is Honey Fair, and this
That
was
hive,
Fair
if
Fair.
if you threw some specialty stitches in that hive, boy, would that go crazy.
Oh, you're right.
And you could, I mean, you could easily,
Oh, you're right.
because they're solid blocks. So you could do a lot with that if you're adventurous. And
Yeah.
I feel like pretty soon that's going to be the trend because it's time to like
Texture.
get a little adventurous with designs and
Gosh, you're right. Like a road stitch to create like a, yeah. And then she started, at first I looked over these and then I really thought about them. These skinny mini patterns, they come on these cardstocks and they're really skinny and small. And they're so skinny that you could use like a roly-poly round, those cuts that you get from a fabric store that are on the, oh, they look like a snail, short, those cuts of fabric, you know, you can get the 10
yeah, yeah.
10 cuts
I know.
what are they called?
They're not cupcakes or cake. I don't know.
Riley Blake calls them roly polies.
I know exactly what you mean. It's not jelly rolls. Is it
Jelly rolls.
Yeah, it's jelly rolls.
Yeah, you could use like a jelly roll strip for the back. It's so skinny. It's like 2 inches.
I love the scissors.
I love the scissors.
Love
too.
the scissors.
Yeah. And then they have this one, and they're going to be coming out with other ones. And I just thought there's got to be other uses for this narrow of.
Well, we used to make something called, oh my gosh, I made a million of them. I love them. Shepherd's Bush put them out. Keep talking.
Well, these would be, I mean, I could see making bookmarks for my stitching journals or like a band for, I don't know. There's uses for these. I just don't know yet. They reminded me of how Lori Holt's cards also could be used.
Yes.
It makes a great long pin cushion, of course. Really
a needle
fun.
roll. Needle rolls.
Needle rolls.
Where they're a roll and then at the ends you gather, kind of like those pop things.
Yes. Yep.
And you would do like a hem stitch or a nun stitch around the top. And I designed a bunch of them. You could almost use that.
A spool.
Hmm.
A fat spool.
Yeah,
All right.
you could do a lot. They're beautiful.
Yeah. So I think they just, with your imagination, you could go, or you just do a bit, like you don't have to do the whole thing. Like you can take out so many. I mean, if you need a scissor, there's all your scissors. Like there's just so many uses for it. I love when you have these cards. They're just
Same.
Okay. And then I'm just going to keep going. Luminous Fiber Arts. I got the whole
I want
the
the
caboodle of these individual groups.
I want the red one. What's the red one? Oh, I need
these
that.
are all done on the silks from Classic Colorworks. I think these are so beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
She has such an aesthetic to her. She has a design look to her. This is Misty. What a lovely person she is. I met her and her friend. And it was one of my last places I visited. There's the red one.
That's the one I want.
Yeah.
I love them all, but I love that one.
Yes. And it's
the silhouettes. They're just beautiful.
Yeah. This is Gathering Stitches. 76 by 76 is their stitch count. They're all small. She, I don't know what she did them on. 1632. These are all, she did them on 32 counts.
Love them.
You could do them on Vintage Country Mocha.
Super fun.
Yeah. So I love how she used the Classic Colorworks silks. So I'll be just kitting these up with the one skeins, and you can do them all in a row if you want. They're all different seasons individually. Yeah, so that
Love
was so
them.
fun. So fun to get those. And then my grand finale, Satsuma Street, was there.
Oh, I love them.
And after all your Halloween stuff, your ornaments, I said I wanted to do the Christmas stuff, and talking to her, she is so lovely, down to earth. She was all alone in her room. I felt like I had her full attention. We just
Oh,
chatted. It was just so fun. So, I had to get these two. One of them is mine. So keep your
is it
grubby
a,
paws.
and those are kits with everything? Okay, I need that one.
Mine. No, I got plenty. So
They are
yeah,
so much fun to stitch. And it's so funny because I held off and held off. And I love that.
I know. I mean, I just
Oh, they're
got a
just
bunch
so
of,
fun.
yeah, I mean, I just got a bunch of, look at that one.
Oh, I love that one.
I mean, I got a bunch of, and her husband kitted them all up, or pulled them all for me. I've got 3 bags, and we're gonna just put them in up. Let's see, did I show that one?
No, and I love that one. Oh my
I
God.
know.
And you know what? I will say when I was on their site, I want them
Mhm.
all. Stop.
Keep
When I was
talking
on
on
their
me.
site, I was like, well, I should just buy the patterns. It's cheaper. It
Mhm.
is worth getting the kits. You get all the embellishments. It's so, I love them. It's just so nice. And quite often you will be able to make more than one because their embellishment. Oh my Lord.
I know.
They're
More than
just
often there is
so,
enough for another one.
I know. I feel like we should do a Satsuma along.
And now that I have a puppy, yeah, we should.
Oh,
I might have to change his color. Make him a
I
person.
love her sense of color. She
too.
speaks right to the artist in me, like the whimsy.
Then I had to get this one because you can do it all in together. You can do it all individually. I'm going to kit this bad boy up. The whole size is 158 by 158. These are small. I mean, these are just,
And
oh, I love her style.
I love it. And what I found is they work up really quickly. And I love the way, like, I was like, I'm going to start with 4 and I'm going to finish 4 and then I'm going to order more. Like it really was successful for me. I
Yeah,
want
if
the
there's any
hen.
others you love, oops, let me know.
I love them.
Yeah, I mean, I got a whole bunch, but like, I don't think I got the rocking horse or the cat yet.
I love them. You picked good ones.
I picked a bunch, but yeah, so those will eventually be up. Yeah. Oh, that was a lot so far.
It's a lot, but I feel like you hit on, well, we have pretty similar taste. I feel like you hit on the ones that I was really attracted to too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, there are so many that more. I mean, there was so much. There's just so many great things. And I will probably be adding more as we go. I mean, stuff sells so fast here in the shop. So I do have my eyes on other things, but
Yeah, I
that's
think
what
you went about it so well because you didn't want to go and buy everything. Like you said that to me right from the start. I'm not going to buy a ton. And I think by limiting yourself to Friday night, not that you intentionally did, but you just did, helped you stay within that realm of, because it's all so tempting, like so tempting.
so tempting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you do have to really like discern what's best for your shop and yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So just met a lot of great people and got to meet Lisa Smith. Got to meet Michelle, Farm Girl Dry Goods.
I know. I would have loved to have gone for that reason. to
Yeah.
like, and it is, and you know what? It's really important. Those connections are really important to have.
It was, yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. Good
I
time.
mean, it's fun, but on top of it, it's so good to get to have those connections.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Oh gosh, that was a lot, you guys. And this is a long episode. We were going to be short and sweet.
Well, for the stitching piece, we were.
I didn't start till it was like 50 minutes in.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
5-0.
All right. Well, Dave has a business call at 12, and I was like, no problem, I'll be done.
I know.
So this is perfect timing.
Well,
Perfect
thanks for hanging
timing.
in there with us.
Well, it's kind of exciting. Like, even for me, like, I like to know what you have in your shop. It's fun.
Well, yeah, this was a special episode because of Nashville, and we don't do this quite often, but I enjoy seeing what's up in certain shops too. So I hope you enjoy this episode.
I do too. And I'll tell you why I do. I'm a super lazy internet shopper. Like, I don't like to search. So I love to know what you have so you can go there. And that's, again, your newsletter does that same thing.
And you can see now the mess behind me, the explosion.
We're not even going to talk mess.
Oh my gosh.
Can't even think in this room at this point. It needs such an overhaul.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because I have so much work to do. So to take the time to do the overhaul, and it's like, but I'm going to. I think.
Yes. And just so you all know, spring break does start for me next Thursday. So the shop will be closed, but open for business, but not shipping, I should say. And it will be noted on the top of my website. You will see the announcement bar. You can make orders, but there will be no shipping March 30th through April 8th. Dun, dun, dun.
That's so smart of you. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at an order that I just got. Okay. It's so smart of you, because when you're on vacation, you need to be on vacation.
Well, yes, I know everybody out there agrees with me, but yes, but that doesn't mean you can't shop and reserve, hold on to your stuff. So
yes, which is fun. I may
I'll just ship stuff when I get back for sure.
Sounds
but anything
good.
you order now up until then will go out. So take a look and do email me or send me a message, however. And if you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything you're wanting, let me know, because I will always think about it for sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, Sue, have a great weekend.
You too.
What else is there? What are we forgetting? Joan, thank you for sharing with us Sue's stuff. And let me see if there's anyone else out there who has any nutmeg needle finished objects. Don't be shy, send them our way. I think we should make a wall of nutmeg needle on Sue's website.
We'll leave it at that.
Ah.
All right, my friends.
I'm gonna make Sue close it out.
Okay, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, if you liked it. If not, move along. That's all I know.
Yes, have a great week.
Bye guys.